I think the one that jumps out is the pitch clock and the tempo in between innings and things like that. Just, guys get used to a certain cadence of their game and their routine, and that's going to be a little bit different. So we've kind of built in some constraints for spring, whether it's in bullpens, live BPs, things like that. So that'll be a little bit of an adjustment period, I think. I think it's great that we're starting to enforce them day one in games so guys can get a feel for it. The bases, I think, are great for safety. I think that that's not going to be too much of a difference. And then the shifting, obviously, is going to be, I think, really good. And I think it lines up well for us with the athletes that we do have on the infield especially. So there are going to be some unusual alignments, I think, that look like almost like a shift, and teams are going to be pretty deliberate with how they do that. But, overall, we're looking forward to them. I think the clock is going to be the big one to get used to, though. I think the biggest thing is, you have to kind of shift your focus to a different area, meaning if you're on deck and you're starting an inning, you're not waiting for the catcher to throw the ball to second. You're kind of looking at the clock instead, because it may be different. It may not be the 8 warm-up pitches. It may just be like, hey, the clock is where it is. I got to get going. Things like that. I think getting signs from Louis at third base is going to be a little bit of an adjustment. So talking to players and kind of saying, like, okay, if it's a guy that's never missed signs in his life and all of a sudden he's missing signs because he's worrying about a clock, things like that. I mean, my signs to Louis are going to be a little bit more efficient, I think, just so everyone's on the same page. So the feedback is a heightened sense of awareness, really, as soon as you step on the field, which is, in my mind, should be there no matter what. New is different, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think that the research that's gone into it throughout the league, and it's going to be a good thing. I think people are going to, some people are going to shake their head at first, because it's new, and 2 weeks into the season, it's going to say, wow, shifting was old school, right? It's going to be like, oh man, not having a pitch clock is going to be something old school. It's just we adjust to it. And baseball just never stops. So I think overall it's going to be good for the game. It's going to be good for the fans.